Hi MACC Network, it's Maya here. We're out in Stillwater today to be able to talk to Valley Outreach. We're about to go inside and talk to Jessica now. Let's go.
Hi MACC Network, I'm Jessica Hauser. I work in development and communications with Valley Outreach, and we're so excited to give you a tour of our space today and introduce you to some of our team. Thanks for stopping by. Valley Outreach is a community-powered nonprofit based in Stillwater, Minnesota. We've been serving folks for almost 40 years. We offer folks access to things like food, clothing, and then support accessing other resources that they may need and are challenging to figure out when you're in a stressful moment in your life and trying to navigate the social services systems. So that's what we're really here to do, is to really help people address their personal priorities and help in a way that helps them get access to what they need. This is Hannah. She is our social media and communications coordinator. She helps us get a lot of the word out to everyone in our community who needs to know about Valley Outreach, whether they're clients, donors, volunteers, and just general community supporters, partners. This is our food program. And I will go grab Caleb. He's our manager.
Sure.
He is responsible for all of our food programs, and we have a team that supports him, and not to mention all of the amazing volunteers who work at Valley Outreach to make sure that we get food out to folks who need it.
I'm Caleb Mingus, and I'm the program manager here at Valley Outreach. So I manage the food programs. One of the things that makes Valley Outreach and other partners we work with unique is that we're constantly trying to improve the client experience, and especially here in the food shelf, whether that's with selection or the layout, just making sure that it feels more comfortable for our clients as they come through.
One of the things we're doing to try to help the community here at Valley Outreach is make sure we have multilingual communication pieces and signage. We have resources, so like if someone comes in and we don't have materials in their language, we have a language line that we access. So we're always able to help people regardless what their preferred language is. So it's something that we prioritize.
People assume that it's just literally handing out food, but there's so much more to that. It's about what words we use when people are here in the space and shopping, what's on our signage, where the food is laid out at, how many are on the shelf. It's all the background things that the grocery stores and retail stores do at the corporate level. We are thinking those similar things and having to make those decisions too.
Cost is an important aspect for us because, as you may imagine, not all of the food that comes in through our food rescue programs is stuff that's great and that we want to put on the floor. So speaking of high touch with our volunteers, when we get some of that food from our grocery partners, we go through all of that as well, whether it's fresh produce or dry goods. It's all reviewed, made sure that it's represent the best of the food that we have to offer. And if it's not, it's gonna get composted. We're in the back part of our building, also known as the warehouse. And this is the area where we sort clothing to go out onto the floor for our style exchange program. And as you can see, we have such generous donors that we always are looking for volunteers to help us sort through these items. We love seasonal, gently used, or like new clothing, preferably washed before we get it. And you'll see where it ends up once we go through the sorting process to make sure we're getting the best quality product out on the floor for our guests.
Style Exchange is a really unique program because it really allows clients the flexibility to come as often as they want and shop for just what they want and nothing that they don't really need. So the way it works, they receive something similar to a gift card, and we use a points system, and we sort of like charge points instead of dollars, and people can spend them on whatever they're looking for. So as kids grow and they need new sizes of clothing, as people have events come up or job interviews or just like need a pick-me-up and need some cute new clothing items, we're here for that. In addition to our client hours, clients can come as often as they want. So flexibility is really at the heart of the program. And we've received a lot of really positive feedback from our clients about that. So one of my favorite parts is that every part of the store is really just designed to building connection and really like allows for a lot of conversation and a lot of just like thoughtful engagement with clients, and it really truly feels like a community space, which is something that I'm really, really proud to kind of steward and like watch over as it grows.
My name is Matt Allen. I am with the client services team at Valley Outreach, and I'm a case manager. I think the one thing that I want people to know about sort of who I work with and the areas that I work with is that everyone, you know, in the whole country is not that far away from needing to use our services. So they're not, the joke is, you know, you're 3 bad days away from having to access, you know, the kind of services that we provide here. And really what that, to me, what that highlights is that we're all in this together. Like, it doesn't matter if you're someone who comes here every single day or has been coming here for years, or someone who comes here for the first time. You know, we're all in this together, and we all need to support places like Valley Outreach and other places that do similar work, because, you know, it really could be anybody that needs to use our services.
And do you think there's anything that people misunderstand about the work that you do specifically, like in your position?
I mean, the one that I hear a lot of times is, you know, like, oh, you know, they're lazy, they don't work, they don't contribute. Like, the folks that come in here oftentimes are working 2 or 3 jobs and are taking care of kids and doing like way more work than like I do a lot of times. You know, like they're busting it just to like have a pretty meager existence. Like, they do a ton of work and not for a lot. So they're anything but lazy.
Recently, with the okay, this is going to shock you guys. I think it's shocking. Before the pandemic and throughout the pandemic, we were serving about 350 families or households per week. And since January of 2021, January of 2022, we've been serving almost 700 households a week. So nearly double what we were serving pre-pandemic and through the pandemic. And we've really been able to continue to meet people where they're at, offer high quality foods because of our donors and our talented staff really making thoughtful, smart decisions. Like Kayla really working inventory management and making sure that we have the products that we commit to having the right inventory, having the right stock. So that has been tremendous. Now, we also made that change to be appointment-based so then people can better spend their time. So the energy in the building feels really good because we have these blocks of time where people know that they can come in and get what they need at that time. It helps us better manage inventory and making sure that we have products stocked versus just all hands on deck trying to get people through. So those have been 2 big changes that have really helped contribute to having a positive experience at Valley Outreach as we experience some pretty unprecedented growth.
I just really like being here. It's just like you think of a food shelf as being this like old drudgy like place that's in like the bottom of a church, and there's cobwebs, and it's like this cranky old lady that is running the place. And if you've never been to one, like, that might be what you think, but we're not that. Like, it's welcoming, and we do everything we can to make this a community and to make it a good experience for everyone that comes in.
You guys do work with us at MACC, and you guys, there are some resources that you guys subscribe to, but what do you think being a part of the MACC network, like, how is it meaningful to you guys? Like, Alicia has come in and done work with us in the past, and we were all just blown away by like how like great and how professional and just like how much insight she had. Like, we were joking like, oh, like, is this even real? Like, is this person like a figment of our imagination that's come in to like fix everything, like in a movie? No, she's fantastic, and I have nothing but nice things to say about MACC.
If anyone is using a service, whether it's any type of service or specifically food, it doesn't mean that they did something to put themselves in that situation. It doesn't mean it was their choice or that they made the wrong decision to end up where they're at. Life is pretty rough and there's a lot of systems that need to be fixed. And the other thing I would say when it comes to donating and supporting local food shelves especially, is that we can use a lot of different things, like whether it's donations and volunteer help. It doesn't just have to be the canned items that we assume food shelves need, but it can be the fresh garden produce, it can be the fun condiments, the fun oils and spices too. I view my job as being the opportunity to help create a community at Valley Outreach. So whether that's bringing in our local community here, or that's creating community between staff, volunteers, and clients. I think that's a lot about what my job especially is in this space, just to make sure it's friendly for everyone, so that we're one group rather than a few groups separate.
I think there's a narrative in politics, and empathy is somehow a bad thing. That empathy is something that we need. Like, empathy gets in the way of facts, and empathy gets in the way of like how we like what we need to do. But empathy is a human. Like, it's natural to all of us, and like we really need to come to our community and come to places like this where there's a deep empathy for everybody's journey, what everyone has been through, what everyone is going to do, and just understand that we're really all in this together. I mean, for me, it all goes back to not to be cliche, but we all do better when we all do better. It's up to every single person in the state, in the country, and whatever to make where we live a better place.
So that was Valley Outreach. It's so awesome to be able to see the work that's being done firsthand. We got to talk to a lot of great staff members and really just learn more about the organization. If you need any more resources or information from Valley Outreach, we'll make sure to provide that in the description. We'll see you in the next one.